is happening, guys? It is Daniel1989. Welcome back to the Hereford United career. This is episode 62. Now, tracking our minds back to the last episode very quickly, we had positive results. We beat Tottenham 2-0, we then lost to Chelsea 1-0, and then we got a 1-0 victory over West Brom. So, pushing towards the end of the season, looking for a good finish. So, today, we have Everton away, we have Manchester United at home, and then we have Crystal Palace away. So how I would like the episode to go: a draw, possibly a win against Everton, depending on how that game goes. Last time we played Man United, they leathered us 2-0. I'm expecting the same result again. And Crystal Palace away, definitely hoping for a win there. So we'll see how it pans out. Whether that's the case or not, we shall see. So into the first game of the episode. Here we are in the first player game of the episode, guys. We are away at Everton. We are at Goodison Park, and don't know how this game is going to pan out. Last time we played Everton, it was a back and forward game. I think it ended 1-0 if I remember rightly. I remember Antoine Griezmann scored the goal with a nice volley across the box. So, you know, they have got some decent players at their exposure, and they are right on top of us in the table. We probably won't catch them with even a win here. We'd probably need some more points anyway, but I would happy with a draw in this game. So one of their players certainly the man to watch today, and there's a few players on their team, to be honest, that we need to keep an eye on today. I'm hoping we can continue this defensively strong finish we've had towards the back end of the season. We've been strong defensively and scoring going forward. Not many goals, you know, 1 or 2 per game. We've not been banging them in, but with the likes of Aubameyang, we know we've still got a couple of goals that we can put in. So we'll wait for the lineups to come up, guys, and we'll get straight into the football. Here we are then, Everton as they line up. Pickford still in goal. They have nobody in defence that I certainly know of. Tom Davies still gets his position in midfield. Rafinha on the left, Thomas Lemar on the right. And they still have players in and around, but no Antoine Griezmann on the bench today. We line up: Griffiths in goal, Paslak, Hurst, Mings and Kolasinac in defence. I have gone Adam, Wall and Amadou in midfield today. I've gone Patrick Roberts, Aubameyang and Dembele in today's game. So a changed side, but I'm hoping it's going to be good enough to get at least a draw here away at Everton. So let's see how we get on. Here's Adam in midfield, giving that towards Wall, over towards Kolasinac. We can try and get a ball down the line here towards Dembele, and that's out for a throw. The Everton man just touched it last and put it out for a throw for us. I'm just waiting for a bit of movement here. I'll use Amadou, see if he can get this under control. He does, just about keeps possession towards Tyler Wall, and I'll send this out wide towards Paslak, see if he can create something on this side. Everton very, very tight at the start of this game, struggling to find gaps, but Paslak might have got in behind here if he's onside. He certainly is, gets a shot in against Pickford, but Pickford on hand to stop Paslak getting the first goal of the game. Trying to get up and win this header with Tyrone Mings, doesn't win it, and Rafinha brings that down towards a dangerous area here, and Rafinha is in and around. Short snappy passes between the two of them. Rafinha tried to go for the distance shot, it was blocked out. We might have a chance to get forward here. Tyler Wall round the corner. Patrick Roberts could be in here. He's not had the best start, Patrick Roberts, so far. Can he make this the first goal in Hereford United colours? He can't, because that is a brilliant tackle. He was just about to swing his foot at it and put it in the far corner, and the Everton man gets back, gets a really good tackle in, and it's out for a corner. Aubameyang, and at the back post there was Kolasinac, and it's not come of anything, and Everton bring the ball away. One ball over to Kolasinac, brings that down well. Might be able to get Dembele in again here, but the full-back is all over him, and can Dembele win it? He almost did win it off him there, Dembele, but Everton man brings it up the field, and they are on some sort of a counter-attack here. He's got in behind again here, and Hurst just isn't strong enough to keep up with the pace, but what a save by Josh Griffiths. Hurst wasn't quick enough there to try and keep up with the striker, and he's hit that on the outside of his boot. It was curling in the top corner, and Griffiths with a top-class save. They have themselves a corner here, just try and get rid of this with Amadou, tried to get a block on it, and Griffiths is on hand again. 2 minutes added on here, guys, before half-time, and it's been a 50-50 game so far, but Everton might be in for a chance before half-time, but never mind, there goes the half-time whistle. Into the second half we go, guys, and chances at both ends, but nobody has been able to hit the back of the net just yet. I'm hoping that we can put it in our favour, try and finish one of these chances and get in front. Everton keeping possession. The start of this second half well here, and Adam was just trying to shimmy that ball out and get possession, but they've made a good pass around the corner here. Kolasinac's trying to push in, and shot from distance. Once again, Griffiths is on hand to make a good save. How many times have we said that this season? He's been absolutely brilliant at Premier League level, Josh Griffiths, and he's made some outstanding saves. But Amadou up again with another great clearance. He's always there to make sure that that back line doesn't get pestered, and he's there to make sure that he's there to sweep up. But here we go with Paslak down the far side. He has got enough pace to be beating the full-back here. Paslak can swing a good ball in if he can, which he certainly does, towards Aubameyang, and the goalkeeper there, Pickford, punches it out and then comes to collect. Everton again coming forward down the far side, trying to find a way in towards the box, and apparently they've got themselves a penalty. I didn't see anything there, but really, Paslak has gone to control the ball, it's pinged up, it's hit his arm, and they've got a cheap, really cheap penalty. I am hoping that Griffiths is going to be on hand again. I'm going to go right. He doesn't, he goes straight down the middle, and Everton get a cheap penalty and a cheap goal to get in front. That is a very, very harsh penalty. Paslak goes to control it, it bounces up, it touches his arm, they get a penalty, and Rafinha makes no mistake. 1-0 Everton. Just making two changes here, guys. I've took Aubameyang off, and I've also took Amadou off in midfield. I've put Tommy Doyle on, and I've put Kirk Wilson on to hopefully try and get us back in this game. But giving possession away so cheaply as we've just done, we are not going to do that. But Kirk Wilson almost was in to pinch that there. If he hadn't controlled that as well as he did the Everton man, Kirk Wilson would have been straight in off the bench. But Everton bringing the ball forward here, and that's a loose pass in towards Tyrone Mings. Can we try and get forward now? And Dembele has made me a decent run here. He's certainly got the pace to be beating the man here, Dembele. And Kirk Wilson is in and around. I'm going to try and send this to Tyler Wall at the edge of the box. Can he put one in? Tyler Wall with a decent shot, but Pickford on hand, but back into the box by the Everton man, and they survive for now. Here's Tommy Doyle in midfield, just used Hereford, take away the pressure there. Here's Adam round the corner to Wall, who's had a really good game, in towards Kirk Wilson. Try and get this round the corner towards Dembele if he can sit one up in the middle, but it's blocked out, and it's out for a corner. We are pushing to try and get in this game. I will bring Fernandez on for Roberts. He's not really found his feet here at the club yet, Patrick Roberts, and I'm just hoping that he does try and get somewhere at the club before we have to move him on, unfortunately. But Fernandez coming on in the 81st minute. We also have ourselves a corner here. Let's try and get level in this game after that cheap penalty. Here's Adam at the edge of the box and blocked out. And as you can see, they've brought Antoine Griezmann on in the meantime, and he is getting them up the field. But is he going to get there? He might actually get there. He does, and he's kept the ball in play. Everton bringing the ball forward here, and that's a decent pass in towards Griezmann and off the bar. We know that he's more than capable of doing that, Antoine Griezmann, and he certainly shows his class there. But that is a lovely turn by Fernandez, fresh legs on the field, and he is sprinting towards the Everton goal. Can we provide something here? I'm just going to keep going for now, try and sit this towards the edge of the box if I can, onto Wall, give this towards Adam, see if I can get this into Kirk Wilson. One more towards Dembele, and he just couldn't provide a finish, but in towards Kirk Wilson on the turn shot, and Kirk Wilson does provide a finish. On the 89th minute, Kirk Wilson has equalised against Everton to get us a point. I thought the chance was gone there. Kirk Wilson tried to slip in Dembele, and it just overstretched him. He couldn't get there, and Dembele does really well to keep it in. He gets it across the box, and how about that finish from Kirk Wilson? Just kind of cheeky side foots it in, and Pickford wasn't ready for that for a finish. Kirk Wilson has provided us with a point away at Everton. Brilliant. I would imagine there is not long left in this game. We just need to see this out now, and Super Kirk Wilson does it again. How many times have we said that? Everton ball in midfield, and like I said, just going to try and sit this out now and get the point. 3 minutes added on, which 3 minutes has gone now, so the full-time whistle should not be far away. Well, he's letting them have this out here, and that's a great tackle by Paslak, and there is the full-time whistle. Super Kirk Wilson gets us a point. Here we are back at the menu then, guys, and as you can see here, he does it again. Super Kirk Wilson comes on late and gets us a point away at Everton, so really pleased with that. We have, was it Man United in the next game? Certainly is. Manchester United at home in the next game. Not going to be an easy game. The last time we played them, they beat us 2-0 and they probably should have had 3 or 4. So hopefully this time a more positive result. Into the second played game of the episode, guys. We are at home. We're at the Edgar Street Stadium. And we have Manchester United, as we said back at the menu. The last time we played them, they beat us 2-0. And at their place, much more difficult game. At our place, it's possibly a drawing or a winning game. We're certainly going to go, as we always do, gung-ho and try and get as many opportunities on goal as possible, but when they have so much talent on the field, that's where it kicks into play. So as you can see here, Bruno Fernandez, the man to watch today. Always a threat and always a danger to goal, Bruno Fernandez, so we will certainly be keeping an eye on him in midfield today. But I'm really not looking forward to this game. The last time we played them, we barely had a chance on goal, so we'll wait for the lineups to come up, guys, and then we'll get straight into the football. Here we are then, guys, as we line up. Josh Griffiths in goal, Paslak, Hurst, Mings and Kolasinac in the defensive positions, O'Reilly, Conor Gallagher and Amadou in midfield, Fernandez, Aubameyang and Dembele up top. So we are at full strength and coming off a great comeback against Everton. Let's see how United line up. David De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Guimaraes, Mina and Fred in midfield as well, Rashford, Fernandez, Sancho and the one and only Cristiano Ronaldo up top today. So a very, very strong lineup from them. We are going to have to be on our toes to get even a draw in this game. Sancho running forward in midfield here onto Ronaldo out wide. He's got Sancho in front of him. I'm going to call for backup from O'Reilly in midfield here, and that's a loose pass there, and Paslak should pick that up, and he does, and he turns very, very well. Fernandez round the corner to O'Reilly, and we've got numbers forward here. If Conor Gallagher will just float into the middle, which he certainly does, so I'm going to put this towards the back post, towards Aubameyang if he's onside, and he's not. The goal will not stand. That is gutting. We got in, we would have been in front early if Aubameyang had just held and not been offside. There's Ronaldo in midfield looking for Bruno Fernandez in front of him. They're getting forward here, United, and that is a good tackle by Paslak. He can't find Fernandez's feet, and when United keep coming forward here, especially with the likes of Ronaldo, we need to be careful. Great tackle by Hurst to get us away on a counter-attack here. Dembele in towards Aubameyang, try and float this over the top towards Kolasinac. If he can take it down, Kolasinac try and get past Wan-Bissaka, but he doesn't. Wan-Bissaka with some good tackling and fires it up the line. Rashford is completely free here, and Tyrone Mings is certainly not going to have the pace to keep up with Rashford. He might be able to get the block in before he gets the cross in. It doesn't. It comes straight into the box. Bruno has a chance to shoot here. Hurst looking for the block into Ronaldo, and thankfully it's a simple save for Griffiths. It's Paslak running down the line looking for Fernandez. Here is Fernandez, tried to go inside to Conor Gallagher. It was a decent tackle by the fullback. We use O'Reilly instead. Drop this towards Amadou. Send this out wide towards Kolasinac. We are having some sort of build-up play here, and hopefully there'll be something at the end. Here's Dembele, time to put the cross in, and it's blocked by Mina and out for a corner. We are trying to press back at them, but still nobody's managed to hit the back of the net yet. Can we hit the back of the net here before half time? Aubameyang to go up, but the ball is cleared away. Hopefully Amadou will get there first, and I'm not sure if he did or he didn't, but I think it's out for a Manchester United throw. Amadou tried to get there first, but he couldn't. Dembele almost won the ball and almost got possession, but Rashford is looking to come down the line. Wan-Bissaka's made a forward run. They decide not to use him in towards Ronaldo. That is a brilliant tackle by Amadou to stop Ronaldo making a forward run, but Fernandez could be in on the wide side here. He scored earlier with a chance like this, and that is a brilliant save from De Gea. He's been in that position before and tucked it home from there. This time he tried to go across the goal. David De Gea was on hand to make a brilliant save just before half time here. Can we try and get in front? Aubameyang up for the header and it's fallen loose. There's not long till half time. We'll just play it out here, guys. I would imagine there'll be 1 or 2 minutes added on, just a 1 minute added on. And it's been a back and forward game. Chances at both ends, but nobody's been able to hit the back of the net just yet. But Rashford is clean in here before half time. And of course he does, just before the whistle. He gets Manchester United 1-0 in front. It only had to come just before the half-time whistle. There's 1 minute added on. We're in the, 47th minute there. And Rashford gets clean through and makes no mistake, putting Manchester United 1-0 in front. So that should be, and is, half-time. Into the second half we go, guys, and it was a back and forward game. And I'm there like, oh yeah, there's 1 added minute, be fine, we'll go into half time at 0-0. No, Rashford says we'll go in at half time at 1-0. So if we didn't have a mountain to climb before, we certainly do now. There's Amadou in midfield, just try and get that into Conor Gallagher. Decent pass there, and down the line towards Dembele, trying to get back in this game here in the second half. Fernandez up for the header, and that is a brilliant save by De Gea. I thought Fernandez had found us a route through to goal there. Gets up with a brilliant header, sliced it towards goal, and David De Gea with a, well, that's a world-class save. That's all you can say, world-class save. Corner comes in, Aubameyang on the header, and it's cleared off the line. This time O'Reilly try and bring this down. He can't bring it down, and Jadon Sancho might be able to get United on some sort of a counter-attack here, but hopefully we'll have enough numbers back to survive here and not concede again. But Sancho, that's a decent ball through to Wan-Bissaka, and Kolasinac trying to get back and just about does enough to put Wan-Bissaka off. And there's a foul there on Tyrone Mings. There's O'Reilly in midfield, try and get that towards Conor Gallagher. Is free here, back round the corner towards O'Reilly, in towards Aubameyang, and I thought he was going to get a simple finish there, but that is a tremendous block by the centre-back. I think it was Wan-Bissaka here, just gets in front of him, gets the block in and stops Aubameyang having a simple finish home. But can we find Aubameyang here at the near post? It's cleared away for now. Fernandez should get to this first. He does win the header down towards Passlack. Try and give this to Conor Gallagher and see if I can give this towards Passlack, and he's got inside if he can find the space to shoot here. Passlack, he keeps going, and De Gea gets it in his gloves. There's Amadou in midfield, dropping that towards Kolasinac. Just let Amadou run on and use him again. Here he is, Amadou in towards Aubameyang. Aubameyang controls that in towards Conor Gallagher. Try and get this round the corner if I can. And here is Passlack. Send this into the box and up. Aubameyang tries the shot, and again David De Gea with the save. Here's Dembele. Almost the end of the game here now, guys, and we've tried to find a route through on goal. We just haven't been able to do it, but Passlack might be able to put one last attack together here, running down this far side. Can he get Conor Gallagher in? And we just couldn't find a route through to goal. 2 minutes added on. Conor Gallagher probably had the best chance right there. It dropped at his feet, but David De Gea was just there to take it off him. That's a decent ball down the line. I don't think Hurst is going to get there before Sancho. He certainly doesn't. Sancho does well to hold the ball up. And there goes full time. It's a defeat to Manchester United. Here we are then, guys, back at the menu, and just before half time, as you can see here, Rashford clinches the goal for them to get them 1-0 ahead. We went out in the second half, we tried to be better, we tried to find a route through to goal, and we just couldn't do it, and they end up getting the 3 points. So it's not a huge loss, but we were well in that game, and I think we deserved a draw. So into the next game, we are away at Crystal Palace. I'm going to rotate the side round, give everybody a run out against Crystal Palace, as I think Crystal Palace are in and around the bottom of the table, if I remember rightly. I think they were in the relegation battle. They're not, the 14th, so they've got out of the relegation battle now, but we are still way ahead of them on points, and I'm hoping for 3 points. Here we are then, guys, in the final played game of the episode. We are away, we're at Crystal Palace, we're at Selhurst Park. I am hoping for 3 points here. We've not had the greatest run today. We managed to get equal in the first game, and then obviously tried our hardest against Manchester United and couldn't get a result or couldn't get through on goal. So we are sat still in 10th place, right bang on mid-table. Crystal Palace in 14th. We definitely have the stronger side. I'd even say with a rotated side we should still have the edge over them, but they do have, as you can see here, Jude Bellingham in midfield, so they're not going to be no slouch, and they are certainly going to provide something, and we're going to have a tough game on our hands. So here is Crystal Palace's lineup, and Jude Bellingham in midfield, as you can see, and I can't recognise anybody else in their lineup that looks as dangerous as Jude Bellingham can certainly be anyway. So that's how Crystal Palace line up. We will take a look at our lineup and we'll get straight into the football. Here we are then, guys, our rotated side. I have left Griffiths in goal. I've gone with Locke, Miranda, Mings and Thomas in defence. I have gone Tommy Doyle, Tyler Wall and Adam in midfield. Patrick Roberts, Kirk Wilson and Best up top. I am hoping that Patrick Roberts will get involved in some sort of attacking play, at least try and get an assist or a goal in this game, because he hasn't been involved in anything since signing. So let's see how we get on. Crystal Palace with the ball in midfield, looking to have the possession of the ball early here, and they have had the majority of the ball and trying to create a chance here, and Miranda really strong there to hold off the attacker and win the ball and get us up the field. But we could be on some sort of a counter-attack ourselves here with Wall, and if Kirk Wilson can get in here, which he doesn't because he's brought down, that is a last man challenge, and Crystal Palace are down to 10 men early in this game here. Kirk Wilson got completely free and he sprinted towards goal, and that is a last man challenge, and it must be a red card, and it is a red card. Crystal Palace straight away making the change, but they are down to 10 men inside at 20 minutes. That gives us a massive advantage. Let's have a look who we can take this free kick with. I think Tyler Wall is stepping up to take it, so we'll have a go with him. Is Tyler Wall the person to give us our first free kick in FIFA 22 in this series? It's a decent one, and it's caught by the goalkeeper. Crystal Palace coming forward here, and even with 10 men, guys, they've still managed to keep the ball here and keep in possession well. They've not managed to create anything just yet, but they might be able to do that on the far side here. Even with, like I said, with 10 men having a man sent off, they are still keeping hold of the ball and still passing the ball in and around a dangerous area. It's leading up towards half time now. A decent effort on goal from distance, but Griffiths is there to stop that becoming the first goal of the game. Like I said, even with 10 men, they're still putting pressure on our goal, still pushing forward and still looking to get something out of this game. I'll play this short because, to be honest, there's only 1 minute left and we probably won't get time for another attack. We don't. It's the end of the first half. Into the second half we go, guys, and in the first half they get a man sent off, and even with a man sent off they still manage to stay in the game. So I'm just hoping here in the second half we can start finding some decent passes, find that free man and just create some space and get a couple of goals. Whilst Locke coming forward and get that in towards Tommy Doyle. Kirk Wilson is completely free in the middle here. If I can get it in towards his feet, which I can, Kirk Wilson should be able to provide the first goal, and he does. In the first half he was taken down when he had a goal scoring opportunity. Here he gets completely free and he takes his chance to put us 1-0 ahead. Much better here in the second half, finding the free man, finding the space, and Kirk Wilson finds the back of the net for 1-0. Crystal Palace have a throw on the near side, and since going 1-0 up, all they've done really is kept hold of the ball, and they're just trying to move our players around to try and find gaps. Obviously with having 10 men, they're having to work twice as hard now to try and find the gaps in behind, but that's a decent first touch to get him going there, and a nice pass round the corner. Miranda is on hand to stop that building into anything dangerous. Here is Adam in midfield, over towards Tyler Wall, in towards Thomas, finding the free feet now, but that's a really good tackle. Just try and send this into midfield towards Wall. He's free again, in towards Kirk Wilson, try and send this round the corner to Tommy Doyle, but it's a really good tackle, and Crystal Palace could be in behind here. Into the number 9, Tyrone Mings has certainly got to stay on his toes here. He puts it into a dangerous position, and they have got an equaliser. 10 men, Crystal Palace find a route to goal, and you've got to say, nobody was tracking him. All he had to do was really hit the target, which he did, and Crystal Palace may be down to 10 men, but they are level in this game. Just making a couple of changes here, guys. Adam off and Best off. I put Conor Gallagher on and Aubameyang on just to try and get us goals and get us the win in this game. I don't want to throw it away that they're down to 10 men and we lose 3 points over not having the right players on the pitch to get the goals. So I'm hoping with Conor Gallagher on now and Aubameyang on the left hand side, we'll just have a little bit more going forward. As you can see, Aubameyang straight away getting involved, and we have ourselves a throw on the far side here. Let's see if we can do something with the last 10 minutes of the game. Try and fire this over towards Locke on the far side. Decent pass. Kirk Wilson's made me a run here if I can get him in, and so has Doyle, and that's decent defending by Crystal Palace. They come forward here, and as I said, even with 10 men they are still trying to get forward, and Miranda has made a mistake there, not heading it and trying to boot it away, but thankfully it gets back in position and clears it away. That's a decent pass into midfield towards Tommy Doyle. Try and get this forward. Aubameyang's made me the run on the far side, and this is the difference between it. He has been fouled, we have got advantage, I'm still going, and that's another foul. And again, with the horrible challenges, no booking, just a free kick. If there has ever been a time where we need to score a free kick, it is now. I'm tempted to swap and give it to Aubameyang, who should be able to take a better free kick here. Can this be the first free kick of the series? Because boy do we need it right now. And I'm just trying to hold my cursor right here and dip this down. Can this be the first free kick? It was at a decent height and the goalkeeper has stopped it. We need to get a goal in the last 3 minutes here. I don't want us to walk away from this not having the 3 points. Just drop this in towards Miranda. Try and find Aubameyang again round the corner if I can towards Wall, if he can get the shot away. It's gone out, and it looks like 10 men Crystal Palace are going to get a draw here. We have tried our hardest in this second half to win this game. They've got themselves back in it with 10 men, and with 3 minutes added on, I think they're just going to hold out for the draw. I'm trying to pressure the ball with anybody I can, but they're just running it into space here. The 3 minutes has gone now, so it doesn't look like we're going to have enough time to get forward. We're not, because there goes the full-time whistle. It's a draw against Crystal Palace. Back at the menu then, guys, and you have to give credit where credit's due. To be fair to Crystal Palace, they had a better second half with 10 men, so we tried everything we could to get a second goal, and even with the free kick and with other chances as well, we just couldn't find the goal. But we'll take the draw. It's not a loss. We've had a decent episode today. A draw against Crystal Palace. We had a 1-0 defeat to Manchester United and a draw at Everton. So not the worst results in the world. It could have been worse. But we still sit in 10th place, and we are still looking tidy for a good finish to the end of the season. And the end of the season is next episode, guys. Don't miss next episode. Burnley at home, Wolves away, and Liverpool at home to end the season. So let me know in the comments, guys, have you enjoyed this first season at Premier League level? I certainly have. We walk away with at least an EFL Cup, bit of silverware to take home, and we're looking like we're going to have a mid-table finish in Premier League. So drop me a big thumbs up, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next episode, which will be the last episode of this season, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you very much, guys. It's been Daniel as 1989. Love you, bye.